Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with Mildred, my trusty assistant, who is shamelessly bathing before all of you, here to talk about fabulous concert programs, number 141. Wow, it's a lot of concert programs. The George Lloyd Symphony cycle, number 2. So we're up to symphony number 2. Now, integrating the Second Symphony into a larger program is a little bit tricky because this is not a terribly long symphony. It's about half an hour or so, maybe a little less. And it ends softly, which is like the kiss of death, right? I mean, how long is it? 34 minutes, pardon me, and 12 seconds. It is a wonderful piece. And it shows, perhaps more than any other Lloyd symphony, just how gifted he was at the art of orchestrating, because it's written for an absolutely standard orchestra with like a piccolo or something, maybe a couple extras, but it's a perfectly standard orchestra of winds, the usual brass, only timpani, no extra percussion, and he makes it sound like absolutely nothing else in the universe. And that is the sign of a composer of genius, somebody who can take the usual stuff and make it sound fresh and make it his own. And that's exactly what Lloyd does. The first movement is incredibly driving and exciting. I mean, it's another clinic in how to write an allegro, a serious allegro that never lets up, that goes on for 8 or 9 minutes from the very beginning to the last note. And it's all in one furious tempo, and it's thrilling. And it has great tunes, and the form is crystal clear. I mean, you can hum the whole thing. Da 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 da. I mean, it's just, and it's amazing, and it sounds like no one else. And then there's a really heartfelt, beautiful, beautiful slow movement, a largo. Then an incredible march, which does duty for the scherzo. And I'm going to play you a little bit of it. You know, a guy who can write a tune like this and get away with it, and Lloyd gets away with it, is, I don't know what to say. I just think that it's absolute genius. Listen to this tune, which appears, what happens in the third movement is that it's a march, and you have a somewhat chromatic and enigmatic main theme that coalesces around this incredibly tuneful little two-stepping tune, which you will go away whistling. I guarantee it. Here it is, performed by Lloyd himself, by the way, with the BBC Philharmonic, or is this Albany? The Albany Symphony Orchestra. Just amazing. See what I mean? I mean, it's as catchy and should be as popular as anything anybody wrote. Whether for a symphony or a pops concert, it doesn't matter. But then the finale's a slow movement, and it ends softly, and it's really, really beautiful and emotionally serious and deep. And this piece, it's 34 minutes, it has the whole range. It runs the gamut. I played you the lightest tune in the whole symphony, but there are also passionate, lyrical, sweeping melodies. And so where do you put this in a concert? This 34-minute thing that ends quietly and has this amazing range of tunes and fabulous orchestration. Well, I think I have a really good way to do it. And this is the program. We begin with Berlioz, who was one of the great influences on Lloyd in his love of bright sonorities and handling of the wind section and all that stuff. You can hear Berlioz. So let's start with the Benvenuto Cellini Overture. Big, beautiful work. Doesn't get played very often. Lots of fun. It's a great concert opener. So there's that. And then we do the Lloyd Symphony, and it fades away as we go out to get our cough drop for intermission. And then after intermission, we have Sullivan, England's greatest composer of the 19th century and probably much afterwards. And also a composer who was an extraordinarily gifted tunesmith and orchestral writer. So we'll do his Overture di Ballo, which is just endless fun. And we'll follow it up with a grand concerto that'll bring the house down. Tchaikovsky's first piano concerto, which, believe it or not, has not appeared yet in this series. I was saving it for a special occasion, and I think this is it, because Tchaikovsky is another composer who had a big influence on Lloyd. And if you listen to those fabulous, passionate tunes in the first movement, in the second movement and finale, you can hear the Tchaikovsky influence quite clearly. And so it all makes musical sense. And it ends with one of the most popular concertos of the world. And if you get a real banging soloist to come and play it, then you'll have people coming and you'll be able to slip in a Lloyd Symphony. I think have a very, very positive response from all and sundry. Give it a listen. Trust me, it works. It really works. So, thank you, Mildred. It was nice of you to pop up. Yes, we appreciate it. Thank you, dear. And keep on listening, friends. Take care.